Hello everybody, this is my final presentation, Mixed, Augmented, and Virtual Realities. We'll call it MARV for short, and their place in education. What will be covered? The research provided will discuss how distant learners and students in an online setting do not have access to the same resources as those in a traditional classroom. We'll discuss what mixed, augmented, and virtual realities are, how MARV will help the educational setting, the technologies used, and the actions to move forward. So let's talk about the issues. In recent years, education has changed how students receive knowledge and content to earn a degree. Traditional or face-to-face classroom education has been a mainstay for centuries. However, with the development of the internet, online or distant learning has been increasingly popular as an option. Online learning connected via the internet is a powerful tool that can be used to reach new students who will never step foot into a classroom. In most cases, distant education allows students to learn at their own accord, on their own time, and on their own pace. A distant learner might lose the personal access with teacher that a traditional class offers. Face-to-face education allows students to engage with their professors, teaching assistants, and their peers, and perceived instant clarification on questions or assignments. Online education does not provide these instantaneous results, which are considered a valuable resource, resulting in students feeling isolated. Traditional education is an active mode of learning. Students learn quickly in the classroom. The one-on-one student-teacher interaction helps students to actively learn the lessons delivered by the teacher. This is the most prominent feature of the traditional education. So what this is going on is, even though you have the functionality of an online classroom, you're losing some of the benefits of the traditional learning styles. So let's talk about what MARV is. MARV is immersion as a state in which users perceive themselves to be enveloped by and interacting with three-dimensional environment that provides steady stream of experience and stimuli. This is the forefront of technologies nowadays, but the technologies only scratch the surface on what it can do. Instead of using a mouse or smartphone to interact with your PC, imagine using your voice, hand gestures, or digital keyboards while wearing a specially designed headset. Instead of using a laptop and carrying it around, using glasses that will give a user a full interactive computer that they wear on their face. This type of technology can give distant students a hands-on feeling of being in a real classroom by allowing them the best of both worlds. MARV learning would allow students to engage with other students who are learning the same materials and have the same interests. It will also help to increase their understanding of course material and will make learning that much more exciting. Distant learners can still learn on their own time, but log into the classroom and interact as though they were in a traditional setting. Why is this important for education? MARV has the ability to bridge this gap between online education and traditional classrooms. MARV can increase participation in classes because students will have a firmer grasp on the material being studied with a stronger understanding of that material conceptually. Students that can visualize and interact with the content that they are studying has shown to allow increase in memory and retention by the interactive learning. Students can also use collaboration tools. There's tools like Skype, Google Hangouts that allow online students to engage with their professors, teaching assistants, and their peers. This can help them get instant clarification on questions and assignments. Blackboard and discussion posts allow students to have meaningful relationships and discussions with their peers and helps build that trust in those relationships. Recent advances in the technologies of affordable hardware, students can now have an interactive place of learning, allowing traditional and distant learners to participate in a classroom-like setting. The technologies. So there's two main technologies. There's computer-based technologies and mobile applications. Developments in MARV has resulted in two high-end headsets, the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, which both require expensive high-end computers to run. The Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive are types of MARV hardware that fit in your head like a helmet. These hardware have some of the better capabilities. There's more realistic visuals. However, these machines that can run this equipment can cost anywhere from $600 to $3,000. However, with mobile technology, as it stands right now, smartphones are the most important devices as it pertains to MARV. Smartphones have decent quality screens and have enough processing power to run MARV applications. The smartphone's accelerometer has the ability to track hand movements. Also, there's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to make a viewing device out of cardboard, keeping the cost down on any kind of headsets. However, with more and more applications being developed and the stronger they get, this is also passed on to the consumer. So as it's a double-edged sword, you're going to lose some of the things that a computer-based system will have as far as speed, how real it looks. You're going to trade that off for mobility and cost. Either way, you have to take what you have and apply it to the best of your abilities. Let's talk about the action steps. One of the characteristics of the media richness theory is that the more learning an educator can pump through a medium, which MARV is that medium, the richer the medium. What this means for the future of education is that with richer video and conferencing that can be merged, they can be built upon using MARV. Educators are now looking into evolving the curriculum and lesson plans. However, there's still pricey units out there, so universities and schools do not want to or do not have the resources dedicated to this type of curriculum. It is up to school boards and educators to look at the data as it is presented and decide if MARV classrooms are fundamentally sound and that can be taken in education. The school board and taxpayers will decide if the resources should be shifted over to this technology, and educators will have to build on that curriculum. In conclusion, with all the advantages of online learning, distant learners lose access to personal help. MARV could change all that. This type of technology could give distant students a hands-on feeling in a real-world classroom by allowing them the best of these both worlds. MARV can offer students a rare opportunity to explore objects, environments, and times outside the realm of the classroom. Students will now have the ability to manipulate processes in real time. This ability can take abstract concepts and intangible concretes and allow them to study them outside conventional settings. MARV can supply a learning experience that has high impact and allow new opportunities for improvement of the educational setting all the way around. I hope you enjoyed my presentations. Thank you.